I think it felt like I'm standing close to the ball.
Yeah, so you can have a look at these, mate. I'm just going to go through these. This is, again, club next to the ball.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see basically long term anyway, okay? Shoulders now are a lot more square to target. Like I said, you can just about see daylight there between I can see your left elbow, okay? Yeah. In the past, this right arm would be kind of over the top here because the shoulders would be aiming to the left, which would encourage your path of the golf club to be going this way and cause that slice, yeah. So your club control now is much better, okay? So as you go back now, right hip and shoulder coming out of the way, getting the club behind you now, much more depth in your arms, okay? Club, yeah, you say you like seeing the club there. That's something you're happy to see. That's absolutely fine. I mean, John Daly won majors doing that, so it doesn't matter. It's not extreme down here somewhere. And the thing is, it will be what we call across the line because it's gone so far. Yeah. So don't try and make it to go straight from there. If we sort of unwind this back to sort of parallel, it's now pointing towards target. So it's not over the top. It's just gone further around the curve. So that's fine. But as you come back to the golf ball now, again, on plane there nicely now, that's just for impact. Look at the shoulders there now. The right arm in here. There's daylight between there, you see. So you're swinging the club now in this direction, not hoiking the heck out of it to try and recover, I think. And this is the problem you had. You knew your bad shot would sort of end up over here somewhere. So your recovery is like, I just started it somewhere this way, by either aiming left or setting up. Now, when you brought the golf club back, just to sort of make sense to what you were kind of doing, which isn't wrong, but when you sort of set up and the club was back here, by moving the club back in this direction, we don't think your takeaway, if I just move the golf club back a little bit here now, hopefully. He goes back, where's he going to move? Hang on, there you go. So I move the club back here to there. Look at your shoulders now, aiming a bit further to the right, aren't they? So that was kind of your setup before, and the shoulders were square. When you move the golf club to the golf ball, your shoulders then obviously moved effectively to the left. Yeah. Now, though, they are square. I think before, when you had the golf club back here, you had the shoulders square. When the golf club started at the golf ball, it was then aiming left, you see, yeah? So we want, again, like I say, long term, you want the golf ball to be started next to the golf club and the shoulders to be square, not multiple different variations. Because again, on here, it's okay to trust that there's no consequences there. Out on the golf course, it can be a bit trickier, okay? So shoulders square now. We can get much more depth by turning better, getting that club behind the golf ball there, behind your body. Club now coming back in. And again, the key thing is for me, if we sort of think where that club is next frame there, that is kind of on plane there. And then back into the golf ball there, on plane. And then look, post swing, it's kind of on plane-ish or so there, and then finishes around there, not kind of down here somewhere where we had it last week, where you're sort of trying to save it, and you kind of got this sort of like roll the forearms too much to try and square the club. So the club can just swing around your shoulders here, square up, and just fly pretty much straight as a die towards target. And your spins come down massively. The efficiency's improving, and I think probably next session we'll look at a little bit more kind of the launch angle and bringing it down just a smidgen, okay? At the moment now, the fact it's a little bit high is irrelevant anyway because there's no wind out there. Yeah. It's going straighter. So if it's a bit high, it doesn't matter. You might lose a few yards, okay? It's not like you're losing a lot of yards at 250, 260, 270. It's not losing you enough to worry about anything, is it, okay? So, but shoulders are certainly much improved there now, okay? Setup just looks generally better. By getting to the top of that back, so now we're square as shoulders into impact. That ball's now flying where you want it to go. You're starting the ball more to your target line, as you can see, right to that cone you put down there now. Hitting the screen pretty much dead centre. Flying down there nicely, mate. So the swing itself's come on a lot in the last sort of few weeks, okay? What I would suggest now is you sort of get some games under your belt, okay? We'll probably give it a couple of weeks and then go on the golf course for the next, maybe put two together, and the last one, the sixth, and we can then do in here, sort of look at maybe sort of some tweaking, some twerking, some different bits and pieces with that, okay? But I want to see this on the live situation, yeah?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, mate? Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool.